Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today we're gonna do something really fun. We are going to go out to a hardware store local to me, and we are going to purchase cheap lamp cords. That's right, cheap lamp cords, and we're gonna bring those home and compare these lamp cords against my $100,000 MIT speaker cables, okay? Something different, fun. You're gonna follow me along the way, but before we get started, be sure to check out my website, jaysaudiolab.com. There is a lot of interesting high-end audio stuff on my website, from speakers to DACs, music servers, cables, you name it. I am sure there is something there for you. Be sure to check out my website. And if you're interested in doing a consultation service with me, you can also do that from my website, okay? But today, it is a hot day here in sunny South Florida. It is brutal. I'm sweating, a lot of humidity. If you're wondering about this big boy, I told you, everything here in my lab is just big. And my vehicle is no different. This is why I love the Griffin Apex. This is why I love big amplifiers. So let's get started. Follow me. So this idea was born because YouTube Analytics told me that a lot of the videos that have to do with cables that I have made in the past are doing quite well, including that one video that showed the $100,000 MIT cable. I figure, you know what? Many of you who watch me in the comments section have been very vocal about the fact that you're not cable believers, cable naysayers. And so you have this narrative that a regular cheap cable, lamp cord in this case, is no different, sonically speaking, than a very expensive audiophile grade speaker cable. So what we're gonna do is something I have never even thought about in the past, which is just, I wanna purchase this lamp cord from a local hardware store, and we are going to connect it to my Sonos Faber SE17s. We're going to use some quality amplification, so you don't have to worry about that. We're going to use some great preamplification as well. So there's no concern as far as the quality of the equipment. We are simply going to use a cheap, maybe $3, $4 set of lamp cords. What do I expect? Well, you know, it's hard to say because I want to keep a very open, flexible mind to this entire experiment. I want to see if indeed what many of you are saying holds to be true. And let me tell you, if I find this lamp cord experiment quite interesting, I have no shame in saying that I am going to keep the lamp cords and sell my other expensive cables if that's the case. No problem, because I own everything I have in my lab, so it makes no difference, right? I'm not getting sponsored by a brand. You don't see Solution stickers on this truck, or Magical, or Wilson Audio, or Sonos Faber, right? I'm not getting sponsored. You don't even see a Jay's Audio Lab logo on this vehicle. And so I can do as I wish with my equipment. If you have done something similar in the past, where you have gone out there and bought lamp cords and replace your speaker cables with lamp cords, please comment right now. Let me know in the comments section what your findings were. I am not going to go into this experiment being closed-minded, say that right out of the gate, the expensive speaker cables will win this comparison. I am going to be as open and as flexible as possible, okay? So I think this is long overdue. And by the way, if you like this type of content where we do fun stuff, when I get out and I go to a place to purchase something and do a comparison in my lab. If you are excited for this type of content, you know what to do. Just hit the like button, subscribe right now, okay? I am the only person on YouTube showing you the ultra high end. There are no other channels that cover top-end electronics, audio electronics like I do. You can try hard all you want. This is a fact. It's not bragging. It's never bragging when you can prove it, okay? So if you like this content again, subscribe, hit the like button. So they're gonna cut the cable for us right now. So let me see the lamp cord cable that we're gonna be using. But I'm gonna use a standard cable, so don't come around telling me that I should have gotten the fat one or anything like that, okay? I'm gonna use the one that you all would probably use for this particular exercise. See that? That's what we're gonna use to connect the speaker cables to see if this is gonna give us the same performance as $100,000 speaker cables. So let's do 20 feet is fine. I cut 20 feet so that we have enough slack in case I need to create some of the jumpers for the speakers. Then I have enough to be able to cut the cable and use those on the back of the Sonos Faber SE17s. So I'm excited for the results. Well, we're gonna cut a lot of this out, so it's all good. All right, 16.
You want 16 or 18?
Give me, you know what? Give me 16 just to make it a little better. We're gonna use 16 gauge, something a little thicker instead of the 18. That way we put out any fires before they start, because I can already hear most of you critique the fact that I'm buying 18 gauge rather than 16. So we're gonna go with a thicker lamp cord cable. So this is gonna be quite interesting. Yep. Check this out. The moment of truth. We get to see if this is gonna sound just as good as $100,000 speaker cables. Long time coming, and I'm keeping a flexible mind, okay? I am not going to knock it without trying it first. So, all right, so those of you that are gonna say that I'm gonna go for the more expensive one, can actually understand that I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be as objective as possible. And here it is. You know the total? 68 cents per foot. Okay, so that's what we're spending. Thank you.
Select the Pay Now button.
I think they have to help you here. You need a scanner to get, so yeah, you can't do it. So here's the total, $1360 for this lamp cord. Can't leave without paying, so I wish.
Thank you for shopping at the Home Depot.
Total of $14.55. All right, let's go. All right, let's do this. Whew. It is hot as hell out in Florida, but we are back now from Home Depot, okay? We bought lamp cord because many of you think that a lamp cord sounds just as good as, let me show you, my $100,000 MIT speaker cable, this huge box right here. Okay, so you guys think that's the case? I am going to keep an open mind and believe that that could be the case. So no, I am not going to be using any sort of adapters. I want to keep the signal as pristine as possible, going from point A to point B. So we're going to splice the cable now. We are just cutting the cable. I think this needs a little more. Hopefully, that's about right. We're going to do that here. And we'll do the same thing on the other end. More here. Gotta cut the other one like that too. All right, that should be sufficient. So, but I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you about what we're going to be using. We're going to be using what you saw recently on my channel to do this comparison. My Griffin Apex monos. These have been the most transformational component in 2024 for me. I don't even want to stop listening to them. They are so revealing, so transparent, so neutral, that they will tell us, indeed, if we're listening to an inferior cable or not. And that is very important because my system, yes, it's at that level where it will essentially speak to you about what you're doing. As far as the preamplifier, I have acquired the brand new Commander preamplifier from Griffin. This is the partner of the Apex. So I brought it in order to have full system synergy. But I have something special to show you. This is a very special DAC. This happens to be one, if you look at the display right here, look at the model number. Look at that. K1XSE. Only a few of these have made it into the United States, and I happen to have one of them. It's supposed to be a special super audio CD player / DAC. Current MSRP, $38,000. But we're not only going to do that, we're going to play with the CH Precision 1.2 DAC. This also MSRPs for $38,000. So we got a $38,000 super audio CD player / DAC against a standalone DAC from a very high-end audio manufacturer that you should know by now. So it's gonna get really exciting, but let me connect the cables now. All right, so right now I'm removing the only speaker cable that we're gonna replace, which happens to be the mids and highs, okay? And I have to be really careful here because there's a problem because this one doesn't have any sort of way of telling me which is the positive and negative. So I forgot about that. Let's mark it. All right, so I just have to mark these things so that I know which is which, right? So we put some tape on both cables. Okay, so now they are marked. We're gonna connect. I'm gonna make blue tape, the positive. It's gonna be interesting, but we're gonna do the best. All right. Positive for the blue. Wow, imagine. $250,000 speaker with some lamp cords. But you know what? The audience wants that, and I hope you guys are hitting that like button right now, right? I hope you're hitting that like button, because this is going to get real interesting, folks. Real interesting. Yeah, I'm okay with that. It's pretty snug. I'm okay with that. Now we're going to do the Apex. All right, so now I am unplugging the Vanta series cables, and we are going to go with these lamp cords. $200,000 amplifier with $13 lamp cords. So is it true what they say, that these things don't make a difference? I think we're gonna find out soon enough. We're gonna find out if that is the case, and I think many of you are gonna love this one. All right, so I'm gonna take care of the next one and fast forward. All right, so before I sit down and listen to these lamp cords, I want to talk to you about my website, jaysaudiolab.com. You see all this stuff here? esoteric stuff that's going to be listed. You see, I got VAC stuff in here, master VAC preamplifier with the phono stage. I got a 450 IQ stereo amplifier from VAC, 200 IQ monos. I'm going to be listing a lot of Nagra stuff in the future. I mean, the website continues to get a lot more enticing offerings, high-end audio components that you probably can't find anywhere else. If you're looking for top-end, high-end audio equipment, used high-end audio equipment, please always visit my website, jaysaudiolab.com. Now, moving on to my playlist. In case you do not know, my playlist is here on Tidal, Jay's Audio Lab playlist. This is what I utilize, okay, to listen to all my speakers, amplifiers, preamplifiers, music that is audiophile grade, but you know, I normally don't listen to this stuff. I'm just using it to evaluate the performance of my system. So if you are interested in my playlist, look it up on Tidal, Jay's Audio Lab. Also, I will be uploading this same playlist on Qobuz. So if you are a Qobuz user, you will be finding my playlist relatively soon. So let me sit down now, and the moment of truth has finally arrived. We're going to be playing it through the CH Precision right now, the 1.2 DAC. Oh, wow. What the hell?